Dee 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 dee. Keto living is the life for me. Coffee, cooking, and recipes. Spending my days with my doggies. So be a sport. Set your alarm for Wednesdays for the Warden's Report. Welcome to the Warden Report. Welcome back, everyone in the Horde. If you're new here, go ahead, hit that little subscribe button. I don't know, is it right there? Let me know. Am I pointing correctly? Hit that subscribe button and make sure the bell notification is on. Every week I put out a new Warden Report. We usually have some type of recipe video, and we go live every Friday night. So please tune in Friday night, 6:30 Central Time. So 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Please come join us. I just love getting to interact with everyone. We do our best to read every single comment. So if that means we're going until 3 p.m., 3 a.m., I am good with that. We might lose Heath during part of that. I'm trying to get that light. Wait. Look at that. The light shining in, y'all. So thank y'all so much. Let me see. Maybe if I do like, I can't go too far. Got my work computer right here. So, yes, it is Wednesday again. I am so excited. I got my coffee. Does this coffee make me look alive? Answer. I need to know. Do I look alive now? So the first week of January is officially done, y'all. How awesome is that? Like this year, I feel like we'll probably go just as fast as last year. How are we doing? How are you doing on whatever goals that you have set for yourself? How are you accomplishing those goals? And, you know, what are you doing? I saw last week, I'm just reading it now, of course, Lynette, Mama Bear Lynette, left an awesome comment. I love how she does this. So January 1st, she always lists her goals for the year, and then both professional and personal, which I think that's a great way to kind of distinguish between the two. Here's my personal goals. Oh, hold on, y'all. These spammers calling. Here's my personal and here's my professional goals. And then she puts it in her work area where she will see it every day. And I think that's a good thing. When it comes to goals, it's really easy to write down or even to say, okay, this year I'm going to do this. And then what happens after that, right? You never see it again. And you're like, oh, I'll remember. So I think that's an awesome idea, is to go someplace that you know that you will see every day or most of the days, and have the time to actually contemplate, to review those, because that's what's important when it comes to your goals or whatever accomplishment you want, is you have to acknowledge those daily as a reminder. So I do follow Kate Caden. I don't know if anybody else follows her. Let me know on YouTube, and she is doing a book club for the 12-week. It's like the best 12 weeks, something 12-week book. Let me know if you've read it. And that was one of the things, is you can accomplish any goal in 12 weeks. And she was going through, and she did like over an hour live, so it'd be hard to sum up in a minute. But anyways, basically that is one of the key things when it comes to your goals, is you have to take 5 to 10 minutes every day to review those goals and see how you're doing towards those goals. And I think that's just kind of overall, that's a good reminder. Like, many of us are on a health journey, right? We're trying to eat healthier. Maybe you have medical goals, like I want to reverse whatever it is. Maybe your diabetes, or maybe a fatty liver, or something to that aspect. Or maybe you have a health goal, like I want to lose X amount of weight, or I want to, whatever that goal is, right? Well, I think it really does help if you have those goals where you can review them every day for 5-10 minutes, that'll kind of start your day, right? So if you have that health goal of, you know what, I'm going to do, I know many of you are doing B, 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 and E. And every day, if you look at that, like for the month of January, I'm doing triple B and E. You could, that's kind of like your motivation for the day. Like, oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to accomplish this, and use those terms. Someone else I follow was explaining how words are powerful. So use that words. I am going to do this. So if you are doing triple B and E, I am going to complete this. I am doing this. I am eating keto. I am gonna have a no spend January. Whatever it is, have it in the present tense and believe it. So you can't go back and be like, well, I don't know. Here I go again on Amazon. No. Say, no, I am going to do this. And having that every day, so you read that goal. So whatever your goal is, say, I am going to do this. I am doing this. I am. I did it yesterday. I am doing it today. And I think that is really a powerful way of looking at things and of getting things accomplished. And, you know, really that's what we're trying to do, is meet our health goals, our financial goals, our mental goals. All of those things are professional goals. Maybe you are like, you know what, this is the year I'm going to get that promotion. Make it so. You could do it. I know it. And we're here to celebrate, to motivate you, to inspire you. So come to our lives, and we're right there. Share any good things that happen. I'll always be your cheerleader. So if you are like, you know what, I've been really trying to be keto, and oh, the holidays, it was so hard, and now the new year, and then I made it the first week, and then on Sunday, oh geez, I did such and such. It's okay. You've gone past that, right? And now you're on to a new day. I will cheer you on. So you know what? I would look at that as, so you're telling me that you were keto 6 out of 7 days. That sounds amazing. Way to go. You did it. So just keep pushing yourself and you will get there. So yes, it is Wednesday morning, having coffee. I got to get back to work. We got a lot to do. Hey, the holidays are officially over. It's work. All eyes, all hands on work. So I better get back. But thank you all so much for joining. Please make sure you hit that thumbs up, and I'll check in with y'all all week. Happy Thursday. I am having a great day, y'all. If y'all don't already, go join our Facebook group. We have a chat, and you just chat how you want, right? So yesterday I posted Heath's blood work, so make sure you went and watched his MS journey, because we talk about the blood work he just got done this year on January 2nd. So his job, let me know if your job does this, his job requires that he has to get yearly blood work, and he also has to have a primary care doctor or nurse practitioner in order to get the discounted insurance rate, right? So right away, I have to stay on top of this, because I don't know how men actually function. If you're a man and you don't have a woman in your life, please explain to me, how do you live? Or maybe it's just straight men. I don't know. But he had no idea about all this stuff. I'm like, did you not read any of your company emails? Did you, go on the website? He's like, nah, no words. So anyways, I'm glad I stay on top of this for his sake, right? So I scheduled his blood work. He got it done on Tuesday. And then yesterday, the results were already posted, which I thought was, wow, that is fast and amazing. But y'all got to go see the MS journey to see what his results were. I'm just super proud of him. So I'm glad that's good. My job doesn't require that. They're just yeah, sign up. You do you, right? I have had jobs before that did require that you have to get annual blood work and stuff. And I've heard the debate on both sides. Like some people are like, no, they feel like that's overreaching of an employer and, different things. But I guess I would say on the flip side, I think it's good too, because I don't foresee Heath would make that choice. Like he would not go, oh, I gotta go annually to my doctor. Because I feel like a lot of people, especially him before, if he didn't have anything wrong with him, he wouldn't go and get an annual checkup. He didn't go get annual blood work to see what was going on. He just never dealt with anything until he had to, kind of mentality. And I feel like a lot of people are like that. Like they're like, why do I need to go? I'm not going to check any of that. Like I feel fine, right? So I do like that it kind of makes him do it, because otherwise I know that he would just put it off. Like I would be like, well, we should get our blood work done. Like I know I need to get mine. I didn't get it done last year. So I need to do that, right? But I'm just glad that, it did. And then now we know, right? That's important. Knowledge is power. So I'm just super happy for him. I know that he was just like, oh, okay, cool. What does that mean? So I had to explain it to him, but it's just a testament, right? It's a testament to how we eat and how things are going. So super happy for him. But I want to brag about myself for a second and let me know. I want to know anybody who either the job, it requires it, or if you're just like one of these really super adults that are like, no, I know every year I need to get my checkup. I need to get my annual blood work. If you're like a super adult, like that's somebody who adults really well. As I know I'm not there yet. But if you are, let me know. And do you use that as knowledge? Okay, this is where I'm going with everything, and kind of keeping up with that to see like the trends in your data, right? So anyways, back to me, right? Y'all, Mama Bear Lynette, which you saw in last week's Warden report, she made these amazing macaroons. Oh my gosh. I absolutely love coconut. Just always been a coconut fan. And she made these, and I kind of told Heath they were mine, even though he had one yesterday when I was fasting. I felt like that was kind of wrong of him. Like, I'm fasting, dude. And he ate one. I was like, you got your cookies. That was the trade we made. He even agreed to it. He said he would eat the gingerbread cookies, and I would get the coconut macaroons, and then we split the other two desserts. But he dipped it to my macaroons. Oh, I guess I'll forgive him. I'm just playing. But no, I was just, so I am hiding these so that he's not tempted, but I am. So I had some today where I had, I think 3, maybe 4. They're hard to stop. I'm glad that there's only 2 left, which I'm going to save for tomorrow, because I've, like yesterday and this morning, literally been just dreaming of those. It's been so long since I had a coconut macaroon that I was like, oh my gosh, they taste so good. I mean, just give me a coconut. Like, I love it. But anyhow, so I had those, and I've been having my coffee. So again, my coffee this morning, since basically I knew I was breaking my fast at 10, but I already got over 36 hours, so I'm good. Is just MCT oil, and I sure hope I get my new one. It says January 9th, which is my birthday, but I hope that they ship it pretty soon because I'm getting low. But anyways, MCT oil and butter. So I think if I run out of the MCT oil, you think just adding the regular coconut oil will probably not as beneficial as the MCT, right? Oh well. But anyways, and I also did some heavy cream, and that's my coffee. So I've actually been drinking it for about an hour and a half now. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to check my blood sugar. So I checked it actually about 20 minutes ago. But anyways, my blood sugar, right after eating those delicious macaroons, having my coffee with the heavy cream, it was only 83. I call that a win. Like, really? 83 after about an hour of eating, and probably a little less because I did have another one, like I think about 10:45, because I was like, oh, I just want one more. and I had one more. So still 83, I was like, wow, that is good. And I really think that's a testament to not only several things, right? There's several things that contribute to your overall health. There's not just one thing you do and all of a sudden you're healthy. It's just like with finances and everything else. It's building up those, right? Fasting, especially doing the extending fasting, is helping my blood glucose really normalize, get to those low points, and really clear out all of those glucose. You know, your fat cells is basically glucose holders, right? It's all this glucose, and I've got a lot on my body. Luckily, I lost a lot of it last year, and some of you, I saw your comments. Thank you. Why I didn't make a big deal over losing, over 50 pounds last year. Well, a lot of that was weight I gained from doing carnivore, and it's just taken this long to get it off. So I really feel like, yeah, even though I'm almost at, actually, I'm at the weight I was now prior to doing carnivore. So I feel like, well, I guess a little bit lower. But anyways, so I feel like, well, it's not a big deal to me because I'm just finally losing the carnivore weight. Anyhow, so fasting is one thing that has definitely helped with my blood sugars and being normalized. 2, not eating sugars, right? And then I also think 3, all of the fermented foods, getting my gut healthy has dramatically helped in so many areas. And I really feel like your gut biome is also synced to your mental and your overall health. And so really focusing on that these last several months and trying to get my gut as healthy as possible, I think that's also helped with my blood sugars, because now my gut, when I'm eating, like you see, I eat sweet potatoes quite frequently. I don't have the blood sugar reaction. And I think it's because I've got those healthy gut bacteria, and they're all like, oh, this is food, not the bad bacteria that was in my gut before that was kind of like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't want this stuff. Let's just pack it away, right? Now the healthy gut bacteria are like, oh yeah, this is our food. We're going to take it and utilize the food. And then the rest that we don't need, we could just get rid of. And it's not causing those sugar spikes. Or I should say insulin spikes. But anyways, and that's what I'm learning from others. I mean, I think it is a spectrum. But what I've heard from other people who have done research on gut biome, and I know y'all that are doing carnivore or BBBB&E and all that, probably not going to like this, but overall, like, we need vegetables because you have to have fiber to feed the healthy gut biome. So it is interesting. That's what I'm hearing from the different people who research all about gut health. I don't know if there's been as much study as far as the carnivore people who are consistently carnivore. Like, I do know that some people who are carnivore then go off or have different things while they're on carnivore, so that probably changes it. But one gentleman I was watching yesterday, he was saying they did a study on plant-based, where they were just strictly plant-based and then strictly carnivore, and they said within 3 days your gut biome changed dramatically. And now, this is him, and of course, I didn't pull up the study. I don't go into all the study, but what he was saying is those that were plant-based, because they had such a variety of plants, that their gut was healthier. So, I don't know. Again, it needs a lot more studies, because we do know that there are some people who have been carnivore for a decade, and they don't seem to have health issues. So, I just wonder if my hypothesis is that if you do go very strict carnivore, or I wouldn't say strict, but if you go carnivore where you're really not eating any plants at all, no avocados, no jalapenos, none of that stuff, that maybe different gut bacteria get in there and they can sustain with that But then the moment you are then eating plants of any kind, then there's a disruption. I don't know. I'm obviously not a scientist, but it is curious to me, and it is curious how people are looking at this. And I just know from my experience that, yeah, carnivore was awful for me. I just, even though I would feel okay, like energy wise, my gut health was horrible, horrible, horrible gut health. Like, it was miserable. It was miserable. There were days that I was absolutely miserable, thought about going to the hospital, but I was determined because it's the healthiest. But now that I have been introducing a variety of veg and a variety of fermented foods, which are vegetables that have been fermented, I feel amazing. So I think there might be something to that. But of course, N equals 1. You have to figure out what works well for you. And I kind of like, Dr. Mindy Pell's, she calls hers ketobiotic. And with Cynthia Thurlow, I'm listening to them where they're talking about how, especially for women with our cycles, like there are days where you do need higher carb, and there are days when you could be very carnivore, and you have to do those fluctuations, during your month to meet those needs. So, and that's what I've been basically following is, during the luteal phase, the week before, I am eating higher carbs. I am having like a dark chocolate with 0 sugar in it, right? I'm eating some of those things that last week to kind of up the carbs a little bit, like have a little more of a sweet potato, have more radicchio, have, whatever else it is, different veggies, right? Butternut squash, all those different things, kind of incorporated more of those during that week. And I'm telling you, like, I hear other people who talk about perimenopausal, and I'm like, I maybe my body's finally happy, but I'm not having those symptoms of perimenopause. Like, everything is kind of to what would have been expected in a woman in her 20s and early 30s. Like, it's like clockwork, like almost to the hour clockwork. So I don't know if it's because for so long in my life, like my cycles before, it was horrible. It was just, there was no rhyme or reason. It was off. Like, it was really bad. Probably horrible PCOS. This before that was even a thing, right? And the doctor was just like, well, I don't know why. We'll just put you on permanent birth control 365, right? That's what I was doing. But now, so I don't know if my body's just kind of like, well, this is the first time ever we've been normal, so we're going to keep this up for a while. Or maybe I'm about to jinx myself and everything will be wonky from here on out. But I'm happy that things are going that well. And I really think it is because of transitioning and having more of this ketobiotic approach to things. Anxious to hear your thoughts as always. Remember, I am not the Bible, so that does not mean I'm 100% true and you have to follow. You figure out for you, and I'm always open to hear other people's opinions, so please let me know. So my lunch today, I already had my kefir, and this batch kind of did like Donna Schwink has described, where it was like bubbling and like almost fizzy. I was really impressed, and it tasted good, but it had that little bubble stuff. But anyways, for my lunch, I am having a small sweet potato. You see how small it is. Lots of butter and cinnamon added. No sweetener. I think that's good enough. I've got, of course, my fermented sauerkraut that you can see there, and kimchi, an avocado, and then my pernels with cheese. And that's my lunch. Thursday night dinner, it's BFD, breakfast for dinner. So I've got under here some scrambled eggs with cheese, and then I did the Duroc bacon. That's a little bit like I just cut it into chips, fry it up. That's on there. Then I've got avocado, and then of course can't go without my ferment. So I've got my fermented carrots and onions. So those are fermented, and some fermented kimchi. And then to drink, I'm going to have one of these delicious caramel apple sparkling waters. Happy Friday, and my lunch today, you kind of see a little bit in there, a radicchio salad. So I've got that. My dressing is the bacon grease, so I just take bacon grease and apple cider vinegar with the mother, some seasonings and salt, of course, mix it all together, pour it over that. It's amazing. So, of course, I have some bacon, and I've also got some hard salami I got discounted last week. You can see it here. And then for my ferment, I've got sauerkraut, kimchi, and carrots. And then I'm having a little avocado on the side with, of course, some olive oil and Redmond's smoked salt. That's my favorite. Y'all, go follow our link for Redmond's and order you some smoked salt today. So, it is Saturday, and I just did my groceries. So, I'm trying to, for no spend, my goal was $10 for groceries for a week, but I went a little over today. So, I ended up going to Jovi's, Aldi, and H-E-B. So, I'm going to show you what I got and how much I spent, but I feel like I got some good deals. So, I'm trying to look, like, where do I start? So, at Jovi's, they had bell peppers 5 for $1. So I ended up getting 10 of them. So that's $2. We're going to have that for my birthday. We're going to do like stuffed bell peppers, probably with like, I'll have to look and see which ones stand the best. But yeah, we're going to do stuffed bell peppers with like a taco filling for my birthday. So I thought that was a good deal. I'm going to take a few of them and actually ferment them. So I love fermented bell peppers. And I'll probably put, oh, I might be out of garlic now. That is, I am. Darn it. I have some ginger, so maybe I'll just add some ginger to it. So I got those. And then also the HungryHorde Master, HungryHeath, was out of tissues. So they were 60 cents a box. For 100 of them, 2-ply at Jovi's. So I got 2 boxes for them. And then the other thing I got at Jovi's is the mushrooms. They are currently the cheapest. It's $1.57 for an 8-ounce container. Was that 8? Yeah, that's 8. And then this is what kind of made me mad here. You probably see, you're like, why is there 2 different heavy whipping creams? Because at Jovi's, they didn't have the small one, the 16-ounce, which is actually a little bit cheaper per ounce. They were out of it. So this was $4.18 for the 32-ounce or a quart. So I got that because when I pulled up Aldi, it showed that theirs were still $4.65. And I was like, okay, well, I'm at Jovi's and they're totally opposite directions. So I'll just get the heavy cream there. So then, and they didn't have any of the ultra pasteurized whole milk or the half and half at Jovi's. They were both out of stock. So then I go to Aldi, right? I get to Aldi and I'm looking for their half and half, and then I found out their half and half still has carrageenan in it, even though it's ultra pasteurized. And this is for the El Ruderai yogurt. And the information that Rickwin has told me is the main reason you want ultra pasteurized is so there's no carrageenan. Well, so double check. Even though it says ultra pasteurized, it might still have carrageenan like the Aldi's half and half does. But they had this, and it was $3.79 for, what is this, half a gallon, 64 ounces. So I'm just going to use that. It'll be fine. It is ultra pasteurized. That's the main thing. And then they had their heavy cream on sale for $3.75. So I went ahead and got it because, look, the expiration date is not until the middle of February. Like, good luck it even lasting that long. So I went ahead and got the heavy cream there. And while I was there, the other thing I got, they had jalapenos. I was going to get one package, which is usually 55 cents which is a half a pound. They are now 29 cents at Aldi. So I got 3 of these. I mean, for 29 cents, I got a pound and a half for under $1. That was worth it to me. And then they still, currently, they have the best prices on avocados. So it's a 6-pack bag for $2.99. They are like rock solid, which is fine because we still have a couple left over from last week. And then he wanted tomatoes. But Sam is like so hyper now that I'm home. The cherry tomatoes are just ridiculously expensive. But these tomatoes on the vine, you get 1.5 pounds, and it was only like, I think $1.89. Let me double check real quick. Tomato on the vine. Oh, $2.19. Close enough. $2.19 for 1.5 pounds. So that'll work for what Heath wants. He can always cut them up. And they also had a pint of the blueberries on sale for $2.99. I was like, ooh, that sounds really good. That'll go great in that yogurt. So I got the pint of that, and then Heath was like, oh, I'm going to make me a blueberry creamy and put those in it. So he's excited. And then I finally went to H-E-B just for the radicchio, because I was like, I really want more radicchio this week. And we almost used the rest of it last night on the live. So everything here, right, it doesn't seem like much, but all of this came to $28. So yeah, a lot more than I wanted to spend, but it's fresh produce. And the heavy cream, now that we have enough, I'm not going to have to get it next week. So that'll save $4 there. And then, yeah, the organic, that was another $4. So some extra stuff I didn't plan on. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. What do y'all think? Hey, y'all. So a shout out. Thank you so very much. Lisa L. Strange bought our coffees. And you're probably like, Shelly, it's no spend. Except if somebody buys you a gift or a gift card, meaning you're not buying the gift card, he tried that loophole. So Lisa did the buy me a coffee link right below. If y'all do that, then I was able to use those funds to then buy our drinks, our Dutch. So thank you, Lisa. I still got my Dutch this week. So again, I just get the Americano. And I did the sugar-free Annihilator, which is just the chocolate macadamia nut. And then when I get home, I add my own heavy cream and butter to it. That's all you got to do. Real easy. And then Heath got his double rainbow blended with green tea, all sugar-free. And that's our drink. So again, thank you so very much, L. Strange. We so appreciate you. You are awesome for doing that and thinking of us. So I am super excited to have my Dutch today. Thanks to Lisa. Bye. Happy Saturday, y'all. I had such a great time on the live today. If you didn't go back and watch Saturday, I just did a short little, I say short, it was an hour and a half, but I did a short live just about finances, budgeting, that kind of stuff, tips, tricks, all the things, right? So please go and watch that. Give it a thumbs up and, leave a comment. That just really helps. I would really appreciate you. And then for my lunch today, so I'm just now having lunch. It's almost 2:40. So what I've got here, oh, sorry, I'm being disturbed. She's like, but Mom, what about me? Oh my goodness, y'all. So I have another salad. It's my radicchio with some bacon. You see some salami there. The green thing, that is fermented bell peppers. And then I also have some sauerkraut, kimchi. You see the blueberries. I got them at discount, so I got to use them. And then I also, you kind of see, that is the sun-dried tomato mayo we made on the live stream Friday night. So I thought, ooh, that'll be really good. And of course, I got my avocado, which I did some more of that sun-dried mayo, plus a little olive oil, and of course, the red smoked salt. So this looks scrumptious to me. Oh, y'all, you would think it was my birthday, but it's my birthday month, so there we go. I made tonight, Heath pulled these out the other day of the freezer, and just some ribeyes we got last year on sale. I just did my favorite method, which is just a pan, sear, and then do the butter and cook it in that. It always turns out so good. And so it's a bone-in ribeye. I doubt that I will eat this whole thing. So the rest will be for Heath for his breakfast or whatever. And then I kind of made a loose base of a cowboy butter in the pan. I added mustard, some herbs and seasonings, and mix that and then put that on top. Oh yeah, our smoked garlic is mixed in there too. And then on the side, I got these tomatoes on a vine at Aldi for $2.19. So I took 2 of them, just chopped the tops off, put some Gouda and Porky Good pork crumbs on top, and put it in the broiler. It looks great. And then on the side here is, it's hard to see, but it is our Brussels sprouts. There's a jalapeno. But it's Brussels sprouts with jalapenos. There's a Brussels. Jalapenos, mushrooms, bell peppers, and then at the end, I didn't cook it, but I added in my radicchio. That's the red. And there is a little balsamic vinegar. And I thought, well, why not put a dollop of that sun-dried tomato mayo on top as well and mix that all in. It just sounds like it'll be fabulous. And yeah, I'm really excited. This is way better than any restaurant, let's be honest. And then I'm drinking the caramel apple sparkling water Belle Vie from Aldi. Sunday dinner, so I was originally going to fast, but some stuff happened, and Heath made chili, and it's very cold, and it just sounded too good. So I'm just going to OMAD today. So I've got some chili here, which is beef and chorizo mixed together. And then I've got fresh jalapenos, and I did a fried egg. And then, of course, I've got my caramel apple sparkling water. Hey, it's Monday. Look, I have some electricity here. Isn't that awesome? So, if y'all are in our Facebook chat, you saw the drama. I'll just recap here quickly because I know a lot of you already read that. So, basically, this whole Comcast drama, right? So, whenever they dug in our backyard and they dug without getting that, we call it 811, it's where they're supposed to have the lines marked. They went ahead and did it anyways, right? Well, when they did, they nicked an electrical line. And so what it's doing, and it didn't, like whenever Centerpoint, that's the main electric company, when they fixed things back on December 29th, everything then was working fine. Well, we got a lot of rain last week, and suddenly we were getting these weird half powers, right? And Centerpoint kept noticing this, and they'd say, oh, they fixed it. And it happened, Friday, and then it happened again this past Saturday in the middle of the night. And I always know because my CPAP goes off. But it was weird because it was half power. And I'm like, I've always seen it's all or nothing, right? And I'm like, what's going on here? So then Sunday, it was doing it all day, off and on, but we were gone most of the day getting some fresh, I would say farm eggs, but his friend is just backyard chickens. And I'm telling y'all, these chickens, these eggs were like, gargantuan. Like I couldn't even fit it on my phone. That's how big they were. They were bigger than my phone. So anyways, we got these eggs, and then we visited his mother who hurt, or actually fractured. How they described it is, here on your arm, and then your, I thought it was the rotator cuff, but anyways, right here when she fell, it's like the ball. What they said is like your arm here is like the ice cream cone, and then up here at the top is the ice cream, and what happened is the ice cream fell slightly off of the cone, right? And it's fractured. So what she's doing, there we go. Just checking something real quick, because yeah, I was right. I was like, I thought it was called a rotator cuff. Okay, that's a group of muscles and tendons that surround, keeping the head of the upper arm and the shallow socket. A rotator cuff injury could cause a dull ache, worsens. Oh, okay. So it's the ball inside there, not the muscles. Okay, anyways, correct area. But so she was explaining, the doctor thought about, gave her an option of either surgery, which could have a faster heal time, or try to let it heal on its own. And so she made the decision with everything, regarding her health and everything else. She just feels best not having the surgery. So we just sat, chit-chatted, got to see his sister's new house, which is really nice. And that was nice. And then we got home, and again, half power again. So I put in the request with Centerpoint. A gentleman came out, and I have to say, a long time ago when I worked my corporate job, I say a long time ago, it wasn't that long. But anyways, Centerpoint was actually one of my clients. It was actually a client that I helped a lot on the onboarding process. So getting everything set up in our HR database, because that's what we handled, was HR benefits. So that was a lot of fun. I've always liked Centerpoint Energy. I think the employees are always awesome. I thought they offered really good benefits. Anyways, I think they're a good company overall. The gentleman came out. He was really nice, explained everything to us, and said basically what happened wherever they dug, they didn't cut the wire completely. They nicked it. And then what happened is when it rained, that rain is getting it into the ground, and then it's kind of like getting on that nick part and soaking through, and then that is slowly disintegrating, right? And then that's why we have half power, because it's coming in, and on our breaker box, there's two rows, there's a left and a right, and he's like, everything on the right is working, but everything on the left, then that's like the wire that was basically cut. And then what your power is trying to do is get enough, like it keeps trying to get enough there so that it can power everything. So what that means is anything that's on a 220, it's like there's not enough power to do those. So like our oven and stove, our washer and dryer, and I think our dishwasher, like we can't use those, which thankfully Heath already did the laundry. Like we finished all the laundry on Saturday. That was awesome. Even did like all of the bath mats, like everything's done. So we're good. And since we both work from home, we really don't go through a lot of clothes, just like your daily underwear. But like, you see, I wear these comfy pajamas several days in a row, right? So it's just like our daily undies. And so we only really do laundry maybe once a week, and sometimes we could push it a little bit further if we need to. So we're good there. Dishes aren't out of control, and since our water heater still works, we could still hand wash if need to, right? So we're good there. It's manageable. Like he keeps saying it's like we're camping out, and I'm like, that's fine. Our work computers all have power. We found out with the half and half which outlets in every room have power. So if need be, Heath has hooked up several. Thank goodness. Again, like I do feel very blessed because of his previous career and being a cabinet maker and everything. He has a lot of extension cords. So thankfully, because before I might have one extension cord, I was like, why would I want to spend money on that? Well, thankfully, we've got several. So he was able to string up all of these different extension cords, and he's got different types. So he's got the ones that are just the 2-prong. He's got the 3-prong. He's got the multi-prong. Like, we've got a variety, thankfully. So he's done all that to make sure our work computers still have power. So that's good. And that, if the AT&T goes down, because where that one's hooked up, when that half power goes off, the AT&T goes off. So then he found where he could plug in the T-Mobile. So again, so glad we got the T-Mobile. Yes, it's $50 a month, but you know what? I think it's more than paid for itself already. So we got that. And so I had a meltdown yesterday because the Centerpoint guy said because it's in our backyard, even though it's in the easement, it is considered our responsibility. Centerpoint doesn't touch backyards. Like if it was in the front yard, or if it was at the meter, or the whatever the box is called, they would handle it. But because it's the wire from our meter to the box, they don't cover that wire line. So we have to get an electrician. So I was freaking the F out, right? I was so upset because I'm like, oh, great, electrician? Like, you know how much that is? And I'm like, oh my gosh. So then, thankfully, again, this is why I married somebody that's so friendly like Heath. So Heath, when we had the Comcast guys here and all that stuff happened, he was real chummy. Like me, I got mad and kind of stormed off, but Heath was real chummy with the guy, just, you know, playing it cool, not getting rude or aggressive, like just chatting with, like he made a new friend, right? Well, thankfully, he got that guy's phone number because the guy was like, look, if you have any more problems, Centerpoint doesn't fix it, just, you know, text me or call me. So thankfully he did. And let me see, what did he send me? Okay. Oh, hold on, y'all. Okay, he's just saying the electricity can't come tomorrow. But anyways, thankfully, after like doing all this stuff, emailing people, posting in the neighborhood and all, which also helped because one of the neighbors said she had the supervisor's phone number, and that he helped the neighbor who had this happen, and it turned out it was the same contact that Heath already had. So that's awesome. So that guy's like, look, I'm sorry it happened. We'll cover everything. He said, what you can do right now, we'll cover it. Call Centerpoint. They could put in a temporary line so at least you have full power until our electrician could come out there. So that's what Heath just messaged me about. Sorry that went sideways. But Heath was checking with them because we're both off tomorrow for my birthday. Oh, happy birthday. And we were like, that would be the best day if the electrician could come tomorrow. Plus, it's been raining here today, and tomorrow and Wednesday, it's not supposed to rain. So we're like, you know, that would be the most perfect time if he could come tomorrow. But he just messaged saying, no, like, the electrician can't come tomorrow. So that's a downer. So we'll see what happens from there. So then, yes, so we've got that. But at least now that is a weight off my shoulders, knowing we're not going to be paying for it, which, I mean, we shouldn't have to because it's their mistake, but you know how it is. But at least just knowing we're not going to have to pay for it, that is a huge weight off my shoulders. And then knowing that it will eventually get resolved, then I'm happy. Like, we're going to have a little bit of issues between now and when it gets resolved, but as long as we're able to work and hopefully still do our lives, then we're good to go, right? Like, I couldn't ask for more. So happy about that. Back at work today. So far, everything's going well. You know, work's going well. I had a little bit of training today, learning, you know, this final step of this big process. But it seems, I think it's going to go well. And it kind of reminded me of, I don't know who follows Kate Caden with a K. She is kind of like a money frugal channel. She's really nice. She's very bubbly and everything. And one of the points she was making today in this book, which I have it on my audio list to listen to next, free from the library. It's called The 12-Week Year. Let me know if you've read that book. But I have it on the free audio, so I'll be listening to that next. I'm going to finish Invested hopefully today. But anyways, in that book, and what Kate was talking about today, is she's like, don't have a defeatist mentality. Don't have a negative mentality when it comes to things. Like, life is always going to have crappy parts. How you handle it determines the outcome. So instead of being like, oh, why does this happen to me? Or this always happens. Or, oh, this is going wrong again, blah, blah, blah. Just, I mean, we all have like, I had a meltdown, right? And you might in the moment be like, oh my gosh, but then you got to recenter yourself. And thankfully for the horde that was in the Facebook chat, y'all were so helpful. So thank y'all. Thank you so very much, because you really helped ease a lot of my mental anxieties with all of this, and just knowing that y'all were there to just encourage us and let us know it's all going to get better. I really appreciate y'all so much. And having that, and that kind of builds on where I'm getting to. I know, long point. But having that recenter be like, you know what? I am strong enough. I'm going to handle this. This will not take me down. I am strong. I can handle these setbacks. It's okay. It's going to be okay. We're going to survive, adapt, and overcome, right? And then with that, having friends and family that are going to also be your cheerleaders, that are going to be there to encourage you, to let you know it's okay. You're going to survive. You're going to overcome this, right? So if you have friends and family that are negative, that when you, maybe all they do is talk negative, like, oh, my life sucks. Oh, this happened today, right? We all know somebody that is like that, that no matter what they say, it's just the worst thing ever. Like, oh, this happened today. Oh, I have this again. Oh, that's this. You know, just always negative. Try to distance yourself from that, right? Try to keep people around that are positive, that uplift you, that inspire you, that make you want to do better, that make you realize life, yeah, it might be hard, but I am stronger than that. I am stronger than what life can throw at me, and I will succeed. I will overcome. I can adapt and overcome these difficulties. Keep those friends and family. Keep those that just, I know we have lots of people that are just always in a positive mood. You know, they always talk about something great going on or something new that they're trying and they're happy about it, or they always have a smile and tell you how great you are or how much they love you. You need those people in your life. So try to spend more time with people like that, that have that positiveness in them, that have that encouragement, that inspiration, so that whatever you're doing in your journey, in your life, whether it is a new business, whether it's you're trying to get financially secure, have that financial freedom, or your weight loss journey, your keto journey, your health journey, have the people that will encourage you and say, you know what, you're doing great today. I'm doing great. You're doing great. We're going to make this. We can do it. We can adapt and overcome any obstacle. And I know you can do that too. For my lunch today, I've got another salad. So the radicchio with bacon, 2 strips of bacon that I just kind of roughly cut up, a little bit of salami. I had like 2 slices, a jalapeno that I also sauteed in with the bacon grease, and then I just used the grease and apple cider vinegar for a dressing. And then I've got my fermented sauerkraut and kimchi in there, and then since I have it, I add little blueberries and some unsweetened coconut. And then on the side here is my kefir, my homemade kefir with some flax seeds. No avocado today, y'all, because they're not ready yet. They're still hard. Y'all, this is so sweet. So, doorbell rang. I'm like, what? And there was a package delivered from the best moderator. I guess I should say one of the best, because we actually have 2, maybe 3 moderators. Sorry. This is so sweet. So I got a card here, and look at this. Look at this package. I'm so excited. And that wrapping paper, just beautiful. So I'm going to try to save the wrapping paper. But let me open this and I'll show you what I got. They're so cute. Thank you, Shauna. Air frying auntie. Look, aren't they adorable? They're 1960s Harlequin girl and boy pictures. They are so pretty and so cute. Thank you, Shauna. Now I gotta figure out where to put them. I think right there, you see those pictures? I mean, I do like, you know, natural stuff, like animals and stuff, but I want to change it up. So I think maybe I can hang these over there. Wouldn't that be adorable? What do you think? I mean, I could do it there. It's going to be harder to get to. But I think right there, that corner, take those pictures and put these up there instead. Thank you so much, Shauna. They're so cute. And then, look, she made this really cute card. Isn't that so pretty? Thank you again, Shauna. I love it. Thank you so much for thinking of me and sending me a birthday present. That is just so sweet of you. Monday dinner, we've got a bowl of the chili, which is beef and chorizo. And then I just sauteed up some onions, bell peppers, mushrooms. Put that on there along with some cheddar cheese and some jalapenos, of course. And then I'm drinking a pumpkin pie sparkling water tonight. Yum, yum. Good morning. It is Tuesday. It is my birthday. It is 8:30. I had to go get my free Starbucks. Y'all, the location I went to, it is a very, very, very busy intersection, right? Kind of hard to get in and out because there's always so much traffic. But man, they were fast. Like, I'm telling you, it looked like a long line, but it went like, I mean, like we were almost not even stopping. It went so fast. So I was in and out I know, definitely less than 10 minutes. It might have been less than 5. And with my drink, because it's free, I also got it with heavy cream. So I made a latte with heavy cream, and I got an extra shot of espresso, all included for my birthday gift. So I'm super excited. I am currently at the DMV. I have an appointment, get my license renewed. But I won't have to deal with this until the 30s again. So I'm going to go check in for my appointment, enjoy my latte, and then and then I got to go get Dutch. Well, it is my birthday, and look, I've got Dutch. Now, Dutch gives a free birthday, but I also got from both Maitreya, Radical Geek, and Air Frying Auntie Shauna, both sent me birthday gift cards. So I put that all in my Dutch app. And so thank you to both of you. Between both of you, I have well into February's coffees. So thanks again, Maitreya and Shauna. Thanks so much for our Dutch this week.
Thank you.
Okay, y'all. I'm so excited. So I already had my kefir for today. And then you might be seeing here, look, what is this? So thanks to Mama Bear Lynette. So you saw last week where she gave me this for my birthday. Thank you. So here it is. I used it. Actually, this is the second batch. The first batch did not turn out right, y'all. So, but thankfully, I reached out to Rickwin, Joe, and she gave me so many tips, y'all. She's definitely the expert on L-Reuterite yogurt. So thank you, Rickwin, for helping me with everything. Like, again, the first batch, I ended up throwing almost all of it away. Even though it's separated, that doesn't bother me because sometimes my kefir does that. Just the taste, everything, it just wasn't right. So I redid it again. Look at this, y'all. I already took a bite, but look, it's jiggly. It's jiggly, like yogurt should be. And here, I'm going to try to show. Look at that. Let's see. Can I do the Dairy Queen test? Right? So, let's see. Yeah, I'm wearing Seether t-shirt. We saw him at concert. Is it anybody else like Seether? Anyways, there's the L-Reuterite yogurt, right? Just looks like regular yogurt. A little thicker, like a Fage. It's definitely tangy. Like, ooh. Yeah, like a really good unsweetened Greek yogurt. You know how it has that tanginess? I'm going to enjoy this. So I do have some fresh blueberries. I'll probably throw, a few, not even a whole serving of blueberries on top and just have that with it. Probably put a little cinnamon and maybe I have some unsweetened coconut and do all of that. So I am super excited. Can't wait to have this now. And there is my L-Reuterite yogurt. See, I put just a few, like roughly a tablespoon of blueberries, and then a heaping teaspoon of the coconut, some cinnamon there, and this is approximately 6 ounces of the El Ruderi. So super excited. So I think this is gonna be my lunch today, because tonight we are making stuffed bell peppers, and we're using some taco meat, so I'm excited about that. So my birthday dinner, woo! And he did help cook tonight, so that was awesome. So he did the peppers and mushrooms stuffed with some goat cheese, and I think a couple of these have the rest of the cream cheese. And then what I have here is a stuffed bell pepper. We had some discounted taco meat that we used, plus, of course, used the remnants of the bell pepper, added some onions, and we had a tomato that was about to go, so we cut all that up. But even still, we have enough where we could have this like 2 more times. So Heath has leftovers for tomorrow and another day. And then I've got here a sweet potato y'all. It has on it plenty of butter. Always do a lot of butter if you're having, things like sweet potatoes and stuff. Like, they've done studies that incorporating a good fat with it helps mitigate the glucose spike. So I always do lots of butter, and then I've got a little bit of brown swerve, and then lots of cinnamon, and this is the walnuts that we have, and that'll be good. And you might be saying, but Shelly, that seems like a lot. Well, I've been following more of what Mindy Pell says, and she suggests, if you're still a woman with the cycle, I know it is different once you are in menopause, but before menopause, following your cycle in that last week, you do want higher carbs, because that is when progesterone is getting higher and it needs the carbs so that it can flourish, right? Certain hormones need certain things. And I have noticed that the past few months, by doing that specifically, so like when you first start the first week of your cycle, you could really do long fasts. That's usually what I do, like a 3-day fast is that first week. Then, then you can even do carnivore that first week. It really works out. Oh, hold on, these spammers. Excuse me. And then, anyways, so the last week you really need the progesterone to hormone feed it, right? And so that's why she suggests things like sweet potatoes, radicchio, these really good, healthy, complex carbs. And I have found it has really helped me. Now, like, my whole cycle is just perfectly regulated, where it has not been most of my life. Like, I would say my whole life. So if my hormones are working normal to me, I think that's a win. And because it is working just like perfect, I'm not going to mess with a good thing, because it's obviously has worked well for me. And again, I haven't noticed any issues with my blood sugars or with any type of weight gain. In fact, usually this week I'll tend to drop more weight. So it's just, tracking all of that data though. Always do what works for you and try it. And even at the very beginning, I had a lot of skepticism, and I started out slow, y'all. Like, I was like, well, I'll have a sweet potato a couple of times during the week, just real slow. So always do things like that. Try it out and just see if there's an improvement. So that wraps up another week of the Warden Report. You like my little monster plant there? And I thank y'all so much for watching. I cannot wait to see all of your wonderful comments. I look forward to that so much. So please leave me a comment. If you watch till here, do #birthday, because today's my birthday. So I'm going to relish in it a little bit longer. So thank you all so very much. Thanks everyone for all of the messages wishing me a happy birthday. I really appreciate it. Really made my day. And everyone who thought of me by sending me a gift, thank you all so very much. That was so thoughtful of you. I really appreciate you. And I love love everything that I have received and appreciate it so very much. And speaking of appreciation, please stay tuned to see all of our wonderful channel members. We really appreciate y'all every single month. I look forward to seeing you, and just really thank you from the bottom of our hearts for just being there and supporting our channel. We so appreciate that. I feel like I'm overusing the word appreciate, but we really do. Thank y'all so very much. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again next week.